Hi, good morning everyone. Today we gonna log in Kali Linux without system password. What if I tell you, okay, you could access any Kali Linux or any Linux system without a password? Yes, it's not a clickbait. This is how misconfiguration during system hardening works. Okay, so is this a feature or a vulnerability? We're gonna discuss about it, but it's not a vulnerability. I'll tell you in the initials. So just restart your machine. Okay, uh, and you can press power off, then start the machine. During this time you have to press E. Okay, uh, now now press E. Okay, so now we are inside the grub menu. So let me explain what is grub. Okay, it's the system program that loads before your operating system starts. Okay, think grub as the menu that helps computer to decide which operating should I boot, or which kernel should I use, as are there any special boot operations as well. Okay, without grub bootloader, your system or operating system don't know how to start Linux at all. Okay, so how grub works? Okay, first of all, when you turn on your PC, the BIOS firmware wake ups. Okay, or UEFI, whatever you're setting that. Then we have the grub stage one. Okay, in that stage there is a tiny grub part which is stored in MBR master boot record or EFI partition. And then in stage 2 we have its full configuration file. Okay, after you select the option, grub loads the Linux kernel vimlays into memory, loads the initial file system, then it passes control to the Linux system. Okay, so there is a timeout menu you saw where we did where we pressed E. Okay, now you are seeing a lot of options over here. Here we can see all the parameters that tell you Linux how to boot, what we are going to do with this. Find the line. Okay, and find the lines where yeah, parameters are situated, like Linux or Linux vim liners, something like that. Okay, if you are able to find, you can see there we have written. Okay, not we have written. Okay, it's already by default it's there. Okay, root equals to something uuid. Okay, it specified the root file system. Then we have ro, means read only, mount file system as read only initially. Then we have a quiet parameter which suppresses most of the boot message. Then we have a splash, show splash screen during the boot. Then we have nomoset, which disable mode settings for graphics issue. And then we have ACPI, okay, off, which disables advanced configuration and power interface. So in here what we gonna do, we gonna add this line. Okay, init equals to forward slash bin slash bash. Okay, this tells Linux to use bash as the initial process instead of of the normal boot sequence. Okay, after adding this parameter, I'll press Ctrl X or F10, okay, with the modified settings. So yeah, now the system will start. We'll wait. We are in now. We can notice prompt says root at the rate something. Okay, now we have root shell on this system without entering, and we can see and execute various commands like who am I, and then we can also check for the IDs. Okay, from where we can verify whether which user it is. Okay, we can see clearly it's root, and group 0 is actually a root user, and belongs to the root group. So now we can do anything from here. We can now exit and restart our system. Yeah, literally anything you can do over here. So now what we have, what we gonna do? Okay, and we gonna lock this configuration. We gonna harden this thing. Okay, so no one can exploit this thing for the illegal means and to secure your Linux system. So you have to follow this process. Okay, first of all, log into your Kali machine. Okay, or any or your Linux machine, I'll say. Okay, and then wait for it. It will load, and now you need to open the terminal. Okay, you can press Control Alt or T, or you can just click on this terminal icon. You can just click on it and it will start. Okay, so let me do that. Yeah, now terminal is open. So here you need to type here grub hyphen mk password passwd hyphen pbkdf2. Okay, now you can write and re-enter your password, okay, whatever you want to set on grub. So now you just copy this hash, okay, and save this hash. Okay, now you need to now edit the file in etc grub.d forward slash 40 underscore custom. Okay, now copy this grub file, press enter, write your Kali password first. Yeah, now in this you need to edit this configuration file. Okay, now here you need to first set the super users. Okay, set super users equals to admin. Okay, now password underscore pbkdf2 space admin, the username, and then your hash. Okay, now you have to press escape key and colon wb. It's for vim editor. If you are okay with nano, you can do it in nano, or if you want to open it in gedit, you can do it any editor. Okay, so just save it. Now your system is secure with the super users password. Okay, now anytime when you try to log in, okay, it will ask you to enter the super user password, and eventually you have to sudo update hyphen grub, just update the grub configuration. Now you are good to go and you are fully secured. Okay, with this kind of misconfiguration. So to wrap up things, first of all, let me show you, okay, where your password will be. It will be in left side corner. If you see there, you have to put the username as admin and the password as whatever you gave. Okay, that it is not the hash, just the password. Okay, plain text password. Then you will enter inside the your operating system. Okay, so that's it. Now I'll try to wrap things up now. Okay, that you saw the ability to access a root shell through grub, a feature. Okay, not a vulnerability. Okay, I'll definitely feature it as a critical piece of recovery functionality that can save your system when things go wrong. But likely any powerful tool, it needs to be used responsibly and securely properly. At minimum, use disk encryption if you have sensitive data, and consider grub password for additional security. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it. Okay, because uh, this works both ways, as an attacker can also use the same for attacking, and we need to defend that. Okay, but yeah, defense should be our first motive. Okay, so this is what it is all about. Okay, I hope you learned about this system hardening configuration, which is super important in Linux. Thank you everyone, for watching this. Okay, I'm not gonna say more. Okay, bye bye.